Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're all doing fine and well today. So, yes, it's Wednesday. We've seen some very interesting data that came today, this week, literally. And I really want to just share one or two things with us based on the fundamental that we've seen released this week from Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday today. And then we're going to jump into my top trade setup, and then we're going to talk about the trade I have running, and then we'll wrap it up for today. So, without further ado, guys, let's get straight into it properly. So first off, on Monday we had little to no fundamentals because we have Canadian dollar, or let's just say the Bank of Canada, or the banks in Canada were all on break, and the US banks are also on break. So I mean on holiday break, potato tomato. So on Tuesday, 4:30 a.m. we have Australian dollar, cash rate, RBA monetary policy statement, and Reserve Bank of Australia rate statement. So they all came with. They also cut rate by 25 basis points as expected. So that was actually very good for my Euro Aussie trade, which I'll be sharing with you later. All right. And then the next thing that happened on Tuesday was the GBP jobless claim that came extremely higher than expected. You can imagine having like a reversed negative 15,000 to having a positive of 22K. That is very not cool for the United Kingdom. But later today they have like CPI data that came out like today, CPI year on year, so which came higher than expected, which we're still gonna get back to later. But on Tuesday, back to Tuesday, by 2:30, or let's say 2:30 on Tuesday, we have CPI in Canada that came quite higher. So now we're having a hotter inflation in Canada right now. The same thing for United States last week, and same thing we had today in the United Kingdom. So literally, we are having a hotter inflation rate everywhere, even in Japan, which I'll be sharing with you as time goes on. So this is telling you that the currency is quite gonna get probably weakened as time goes on, because yes, we know that higher inflation is very good for the currency but bad for the economy. And since the economy precede or determine what the currency is going to be on the long term, and as a long term trader I will literally just like I will ease into the mood of the market as I see, based on the fundamental that was released, or yes, that was released literally. So on Wednesday we have Australian dollar wage price index that came lower than expected, which was not very good. All right, followed by the official cash rate right here, where the New Zealand, that's 2 a.m. today. Today is Wednesday, don't forget. All right, they also caught 50 basis points, which is not as impulsive as I thought it would be, because I took a trade on NZDJP where I thought the market would just torpedo to the downside with 50 basis points, everything would just go crazy. You know those kind of news that you will wake up and you see that, wait, what happened to Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar? You just be shocked. That was exactly what I was expecting, but I was shocked because nothing really happened. Like it's like they never really caught anything. I'm gonna show that to you later as well. And then we have the Reserve Bank of New Zealand press conference, and President Trump also had a speech, which kind of like, I don't know what he talked about, but it's definitely around the tariffs, about some. He also made some very interesting talk about the Ukraine and Russia conversation they had in Dubai. I think it's Dubai. Is that Dubai or UAE or Saudi Arabia? I can't really remember, but I know it's in the Gulf area part of the continent. Okay, and then by 8 a.m. today, I think we are done with Wednesday news. Anyways, 8 a.m. today we had CPI year on year in the United Kingdom and US FOMC meeting minutes, which didn't really have any impact. I can really say that this two doesn't really have that much of an impact on the market. Literally, everything was actually very easy this week, in my opinion, and I think I like that to an extent. Okay, I really like that to an extent, but at the end of the day, it's still not. It's still part of the whole deal. It's part of the whole deal. And now looking at the US economic heat map, let's just jump straight to this. The GDP is still bad. Manufacturing PMI still looks good. Service PMI, retail sales, CPI, core CPI, PPI, core PCE, everything looks quite terrible. And then we have an NFP that was not very good. Unemployment rate is slowing down. Unemployment claim tomorrow. We're going to get a new data on this one tomorrow. ADP was quite fair, and just job opening is not good. 2 year JIT is also going down gradually. So things are not looking very good for United States dollar right now. And that is another thing I want us to talk about when we jump to the technical part of the whole thing. Okay, so these are very interesting data that at the end of the day, they impact the market one way or the other. As a matter of fact, they impact the market a lot, not just one way or the other, a whole lot. Now, but before I go to the top setup, let me quickly take a look at the Japan economic heat map to show you what the Japanese folks are doing over there. So first off, we all know that Japan thrives when it comes to inflation. They really want to increase their inflation so that they can have an avenue to hike interest rate. They want inflation to go up so they can do what they can hike interest rate as well. That is the strategy they've been playing in Japan. So you can see the inflation rate went up by 0.4%, PPI went up by 0.2%, which is very good. All right, although economically it's not good. All right, that is the way we know how to interpret it. Well, when you read the real story in Japan, you know that this is very good for them. The way they interpret it as a very strong data in their own personal, in their own opinion. And the manufacturing PMI is the only one that I can categorically say that is not very strong. So we have the miss out on this one. This was very good. GDP growth came up by 0.4%. Service PMI came up by 4.5%. Retail sales by 0.3%. Inflation good. PPI good based on their metrics. Now, unemployment rate came down by 0.1%. Unemployed people also came down by 0.21%. These are very strong data in Japan. So now I want you to hold that thought for a minute and let me quickly talk about the top setup right here. So CHF JPY, I took a short trade on CHF JPY before I slept last night. USD JPY, I'm still holding on to this. Euro Aussie, I'm still holding on to this. You can see these three pairs, they are reading very bearish. Euro Aussie, USD JPY, CHF JPY, reading very bearish. CAD JPY also kind of bearish. All right, I'm also holding on to this trade, and it's kind of like it's going through a little bit of emotions right now. But I guess I'm going to give it time to really find its bearings on them. That would be that. Okay. And any trade I'm buying just silver right now. I'm also looking to see if I can join Aussie dollar or Aussie card. But right now, technically, they are not really set and ready for me. I also have something on Euro USD for anyone that is interested. I'm going to talk about that. And then that will be all. I don't want to spend much time on today's analysis. Okay. And I've already spent a couple of minutes already. So let's quickly jump into the technical part of the whole thing where thing makes some sense to me. Where it makes better sense, right? So first off, we have dollar index right here. If you go straight to the 4-hour time frame, you see that dollar index has finally made it back to retesting the broken structure right here. You can see, right? It has finally made it back to this area slowly. Now, the plan is, the first thing was, is it going to break? It broke. Is it going to pull back? It has pulled back. Although not to the level I would have wanted to, because I was expecting to come at least to 50% Fibonacci. But if you couldn't get there, it's dollar index. Anything can happen. So the plan is it going to continue to the downside? All right, all the way to 105. That is the next plan. All right, before I can open myself to the dollar pair, I'm talking about euro dollar, pound dollar, Aussie dollar, and the likes. Okay, before I can open myself to all those pairs, I would love to see dollar index kind of like making a move all the way to the downside after this night and this pullback. If that fails to happen, I'm still gonna hold up and keep focusing on the yen pairs. Taking a look at the silver trade right now, let me go to silver. So looking at silver right now, I'm still holding my buy trade on silver. It looks really decent. As you can see, it's finding its way back to the upside gradually. So I took a new position, as I explained in the last video I released on Saturday, right? I took a new buy right there, which looks very good now. Slow and steady, it's finding its way to the upside. And you can see that gold also almost made a new higher high yesterday. Okay, which is still in view. It can make a new higher high before the end of the week. Anything can happen to gold as far as I'm concerned. But right here, I'm just targeting this particular high, 34.89 region, okay, on silver before I can start thinking of probably getting out of this trade or whatever. All right, so that's that for silver. USD JPY. So on USD JPY, I'm still in my short position and it looks really decent. Okay. However, the bottom right here is where things might get really dicey. Okay, that will be the place I want to see broken. Okay, before one, I start trading, and two, I can consider taking a new shot. Okay, I want this particular low right here at 105.90. Okay, to get destroyed to the downside, and then probably a pullback. And now I would like to see if I can add on to the trade. But don't forget, my stop loss is still right above here. I've not started trading, and you know the reason, because there's not lower low yet. Okay, I don't want to tighten it and then have a very spiky move to the upside and then just to come back down and tap me out. I don't want that. So I'm still holding on to the dollar yen. So now going to card yen. Card yen is also very fancy and nice. All right, I'm also holding on to a short trade right here. It's like I said, it's been going through some emotions, some feelings that I don't quite understand, but it's the pair, the currency pair. Anything can happen right here. So if you still want to join this trade, not a financial advice, okay, not a financial advice, but you want to join this trade and you know how to trade, you know how to position yourself, you can join CAD JPY. Although it's not smart when it comes to swap fee that you have to be charged, because I have like over $15 swap fee on this one. So if you're looking for a trade that you want to pick probably just for today and tomorrow and the next tomorrow, for this week, you can join CAD JPY. It looks very, very promising. All right, I'm still holding on to that trade. Euro Aussie is another interesting one. Okay, the swap fee on this one is not that exorbitant. Okay, and I'm leaving this to run. Another one is I want this particular bottom to be taken out before I started trading this one as well. I stop loss is at the top here. I want to see it break below here. All right, possibly pull back so I can hold on to the trade and then start managing the trade very carefully. But we see how this goes. It's a very potent, a very positive and very calm and easy trade. So that would be that. CHF JPY is the trade I took last night, which was very good. It's running very well right now. I missed out on this interesting jump to the downside. All right, I could have taken this one, but I missed out on it. But it's part of the game. So right now I have this trade running. Okay, Okay, I want to see it come down. Like I said, almost all my trades have a particular support or demand zone that is fight that he has to fight against. Okay, I hope they eventually break them so the market can the trade can actually run a very big length. But I'm not holding my breath on all of this. The moment this one actually comes to this area, I will possibly start trading very tightly. Okay, at least just put my stop loss at my entry just to protect the whole trade itself. Okay, that's just that. But CHF looks really decent. You might want to look into it if you are interested in this. But GJ is another trade I'm also holding, and not just me, my friends, people that I mentor, people that I train, that are also holding the trade I share with them, and everyone. It looks quite decent in my opinion right now. So, but the only issue that GJ has, considering the fact that it's an high volatile pair, is that United Kingdom economy seems to be finding their bearings gradually. Okay, so let's quickly look at the United Kingdom economic heat map. So, looking at the UK economic heat map right here, you see that we have like averagely 3/3, you know, indicator outlook are right here. Okay, the result. Oh no, it just changed. Okay, thank God that you can looking at the UK economic heat map right now. You can see that we have the GDP growth looks very good. Manufacturing PMI looks very good, but not super good because it's still below 50. So we're not going to give it that. The service PMI is it came shorter than expected, but it's above 50. So I would say we dash this and we mark this. All right. Retail sales negative. We don't like it. Inflation rate went higher. Right. Don't forget right here. United Kingdom really need a slowing inflation. They need a ease inflation, but inflation gets hotter is not good for the economy. PPI not good at all. Unemployment rate remain the same, so I would say it's quite neat. Interest rate also came just as expected, look quite neat. So I would say we have 1/4. All right, we have blue that is 1 and we have red that is 4. I mean, you just do the math. Okay, this is not a good result if you take it on. This is like F. All right, so that's not good. So now heading back to GJ, that's another reason why I love this pair because it seems like once UK finally ease into this bearishness themselves, I think GN will probably take advantage of it and probably give it a very nice one to it. So I'm talking about all those 350 pips. I'm talking about candles that looks like this, that looks like these, all those very dreadful and crazy candles that got printed on GJ. You know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to say. So I would like to see how this goes in the next couple of days. Now talking about my top setup, those are my trades. I have all those trades running. And this is the result so far. Let me quickly share that before we go. Okay, this is the result on all of those trades. Okay, you can see right here. All right, this is the result so far on all of those trades. You can see the silver trade looks really good. I actually took this a long time ago. Okay, like 3 hours ago. So some of them would have changed into a bigger profit right now. So so silver looks really good. I have two trades on silver. You can see $139 and $17. NZDJPY seems it's back into profit right now anyway. But when I took this screenshot, it was like in negative $2. All right, GJ and GJ have two trades. You can see they're still very neat. But now that the market has come down a little bit, definitely this will have also changed. Euro Aussie looks very clean, $38. I only have 0.05 more times down. CAD JPY, you can see $24. It looks really good. About the swap that I was talking about, you can see my swap right here. Oh, like $13 swap on CAD JPY alone. And I have like $14 swap on DJ alone. That is not looking good. Okay, but these are pairs I really trust and I believe that they have potential. So we're going to see how they goes. So that's that. On my top setup, first with USD card, I want to see this particular guy actually move to this area. Okay, and then before I can start looking for what a possible short trade on USD card. USD CHF, I think the same thing, but USD CHF seems to be proving a little bit stubborn right at the top. Okay, as you can see right here, it failed to break below here successfully. Yes, it has broken this particular trend line, all right, successfully right here. But now it seems to be like it seems to find it hard to break below the support. Okay, this demand zone seems to be very, very strong for it to break. So if it continues to go up, I'll possibly just gonna speculate. All right, I'm just gonna watch it. I'm not gonna take any trade at all. All right, just watch it how it range until I get a breakout. On this trade, I want is it I take a reversal trade. Okay, break below here, pull back nicely, take a sell trade, or I'll take a breakout at the top here. All right, that's my plan on USDCHF. For now, I'm just watching it. I said so. I have something on Aussie card. Let me quickly share that with you as well. So Aussie card looks really good. Okay, you notice that we've seen a break of this trend line as well. This particular trend line that is acting as what as a dynamic resistance. It got destroyed right here. Now I want to see a clear break of this previous high, which is this resistance. Okay, once it's broken, pull back nicely to this area. I'm definitely going to put my Fibonacci to see if I can get like 50% Fibonacci, and then I'll smash a very good buy on Aussie card. This is the kind of trade you might want to like chill and follow me and see if we can trade it together. And NZDJ pair, this NZDJ pair I was talking about, I think this one is just quite weird. All right, it's just quite weird. But I'm not holding my breath on it at all. You can see it's still like moving around this particular, this particular area. I'm really not super strong about it. I don't feel really super strong about it. And if possibly if it gets to this area around that 8.40, I will definitely just gonna cut it and maybe like $10 loss or something. I'm just gonna cut it off. It doesn't make any sense. But I believe Kiwi is quite not strong and yen is extremely strong. So we're going to see how that goes. And it looks like a very decent swap, not swap free. I'm still going to have to pay some swaps, but it's not that expensive. And that's that. So which other trade should I look at? I think we should talk about gold a minute, then I'll wrap it up. So looking at gold just made it, it's almost making a new higher high, right? Has it broken it yet? No, the last high it made, the last all-time high it made was 29.42. So it's not yet there, but let's see if it's gonna break it. It's possible that it breaks today, and people are forecasting that gold is gonna reach 3,000. I mean, that's in review. Okay, it's very possible, but I guess we have to wait to see how that goes, anyways. But overall, I think we had a very decent move to the upside on gold, and I'm still not buying. I can't take a buy right here. I mean, come on, I don't want to. I'd rather just take silver that I took, but we see how this goes tomorrow. All right, just calm down, relax your mind, relax your shoulder. You understand? And let's see how we can make some decent profit from gold if it comes to the downside. All right, if you pull back really nicely, yeah, that would be fine. But if it doesn't, I guess those people that took a buy from here, they can enjoy all the profit in the world. Good. I genuinely don't care. All right, I'll see you in the next one, possibly on Friday when I release the final recap of the whole trade I took today. I mean this week. All right, so do enjoy yourself. Please trade safe. Don't do too much in the market. You don't want to do that. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye for now.